Pastor Glen here. Today I want to bring you an update on Steve Marshall, our lead pastor. For those of you who were here at church last Sunday or were viewing online, you heard me announce that a week ago today actually, Steve went in for a doctor's appointment, and the next day the doctor got back to him and said, "You need to check yourself into the hospital." It proceeded to where he got transferred that night to Sacramento, and with a diagnosis they thought he had leukemia. And since then they've done more tests, and part of it's been confirmed, although it's not as bad as what they first thought. First the thought was it was acute leukemia, and that's what I stated Sunday. Since then they found out that it's not that, it is early leukemia that's called, or MDS. And the prognosis is actually better with that than the earlier diagnosis, in that he will not need a bone marrow transplant at this point. And what he is doing is chemo though, and he's in Sacramento. Today is his third day of chemo. He's going to have it 2 more days, and then hopefully he'll be able to come home and be at home on Monday, which is a blessing. In isolation because the immune system will be compromised. But I wanted to bring you all an update on that's what's happened with Steve. He needs our prayers. Some specific prayer requests. He has a rash on his body from his blood not being what it should be. You can pray for that rash would go away, that it wouldn't continue to just irritate him. Now, obviously, God would bring healing to his body. We're all praying for that God would use this chemo to get his body producing the blood it needs to be producing, and that his health would fully return. And that we pray for Maggie and their family as well. It's a serious time, but we're optimistic that Steve's going to recover from this, and that he'll do well. For updates on Steve, they've started a Caring Bridge site. And you'll see that link on this video here towards the end. But if you go on Caring Bridge, if you don't see that link, if you go on Caring Bridge, and I believe if you do a search for Stephen Marshall, you'll get to Steve's site. And that has all the updates. I've given you just a very brief summary of Steve's situation and condition. More details are there, and they updated again today, even from yesterday. So get on to Caring Bridge. Send your thoughts there too. It's not just a venue by which you can receive information. You can express your love and your concern to him there as well. And I'm sure Steve would love to receive that and give that. So join me and all the rest of Santa Rosa Christian Church in praying for Steve. We love him. Thanks.